How do you stop cravings to lose belly fat? In this video, I'll share how you can stop cravings so you can finally lose the weight and keep it off. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button and also turn on the bell to get notified whenever I'm making a new video about weight loss advice. I use these tips to help several men and women lose the weight and keep it off, and I'm so excited to help you as well. The first tip is you will always have a bit cravings when you are in a calorie deficit because your body is not getting the amount of food it needs to maintain its weight. You are eating less calories than your body needs, so naturally it's going to increase your hunger levels but also your cravings. So what I, for example, usually do is I have at least 20-40 grams of fibers into my diet to make sure that I'm feeling more full when I'm trying to survive on this diet, but also making a lifestyle. So I'm also having a high protein diet. For example, 40% of my daily calories, as protein is one of the most satiating macronutrients among the three. There's the carbs and also the fat. So studies have been showing that the higher your protein intake is on your diet, the less cravings you will have, especially when you are just like I used to, having cravings late at night. And me being able to actually figure that out has reduced the cravings, but also making sure that I, for example, have some light soda as that can curb the cravings and there's no calories in that. Second tip is you need to increase your slow digestible carbs in your diet, as if you are feeling hungry a lot of the times, especially late at night, having slow digestible carbs released throughout the day, like the energy levels, so you don't feel like your blood sugar is on a low steady pace. So instead of just being able to feeling full all the time, you don't need the urge to do these cravings. And I always figure out if you have drinking like 2 to 4 liters of water and also the black coffee, it's going to regulate your hunger levels so you don't feel the urge to binge. So I always recommend, like, you're drinking the water throughout the day. It could be like when you wake up in the morning, you're drinking like half a liter of water, and throughout the day when you are, for example, eating a meal, you're also drinking like a half liter of water, as you feel full automatically when you are drinking and you don't have the urge to binge late at night. And another tip for you guys is, this is the third tip, I always recommend you guys, when you are trying to make your diet plans, you have to make sure that it's a diet plan that is sustainable. And what I mean by that is eat some foods that you really like. You don't need to exclude all the things that you used to. If you, for example, love cookies, you just incorporate that in your diet. For example, let's imagine that you have 2,400 calories to be in a 15-20% calorie deficit. So you are getting 40% of your daily calories from the protein. You got that check. You are in a calorie deficit, and you get like 40% of your carbs through your diet, and that's also checked. But there's also only a small amount of, you cannot eat slow digestible carbs all the time because you're just going to feel full all the time, and it makes it feeling very uncomfortable. So what I usually do is I follow the 90-10 rules, where I'm just incorporating some foods that is not usually what you are thinking of as a diet food, but I throw in a couple of cookies here and there. And especially when I know that late in the night, like after dinner with my family, like 6 p.m., I know that I have some cravings for something, so I just eat 1 or 2 low sugary cookies, as that's going to curb my appetite. And I always make sure that I have some Diet Coke in my house, because it's just easier to trick your brain into not going for these cravings. What kind of foods are you craving the most, and would you love to incorporate that into your diet so you can lose weight more sustainable? Just make a comment in the comment section. The fourth tip is, when it comes to reducing the cravings and also emotional eating or binge eating, you have to be aware of what triggers that. Let's imagine that a lot of people who are working ambitious professional people in full-time jobs, where you are feeling a lot of stress due to having a lot of workload, and it makes you feel anxious at times, and sometimes people are just going for food, and that is like a stress relief. But I've always seen that a lot of people, eventually the weight is just piling up because of the emotional eating is just getting out of hand. So if you feel too uncomfortable in your body because of gaining so much weight and being going to food as a stress relief, I'll definitely make sure that you are aware of what triggers that. What I usually do is, when I know that things just going out of control, I'm having a diet, I'll see a plan where I'm actually writing down how I'm feeling and what may be triggering that. For example, if I know that I've been having a long day with a lot of work and I'm very stressed, so I make sure that I'm being aware of, it could be that if I have some chocolate at home or there's some chocolate at work that I feel the urge to eat on, I'm just being mindful about that and taking a step like back, like thinking 5 minutes. Let's imagine that your goal is to lose weight on a consistent basis, and to lose weight you need to be in prolonged deficit over a long period of time. But if you constantly just going for these chocolate treats that could be 500 or 1,000 calories, then you are not, imagine all the work you've been putting in to create that calorie deficit. So to lose 1 pound a week, you need to create a calorie deficit through your diet. For example, 3,500 calorie deficit. That is like eating 500 calories less than your maintenance calories from Monday to Sunday. But if you every single day after your work and you're stressful and you eat that chocolate muffin, you're going to erase that calorie deficit you have. So you also have to understand, like, why do you want to eat that chocolate muffin and what can you do instead. For instance, I'm just thinking I'm going for a walk or drink some water, and there's like two differences between physical hunger and emotional hunger. Like, what is it really you're feeling right now? And if you had your diet in check, for example, you have a high fiber diet with 20 to 40 grams of fibers, and you're also eating a lot of slow digestible carbs, you're not going to feel that much hunger and the cravings. And sometimes when you're feeling that you have a lot of emotional stuff in yourself, you can, instead of eating that shit, you can just call a friend and just talk with them if you feel like you're struggling with that, just to get some support. That's what I usually do when I know that I'm on a verge of having my health out of control, that I'm talking with friends about that. Because imagine that you just keep doing that you're gaining weight and gaining weight because of you stress eating, and you get to your heaviest weight ever, and you're not able to feel confident in your body, especially at work when you're not talking with clients and you feel that your clothes is not fitting you. So of course you don't feel as confident and competent when you're delivering your speeches. And also you're missing out on so many things with your family because your energy levels is down because of you having so much weight on your frame, and your health is at risk because of the high blood sugar, high blood pressure, but also having trouble concentrating at work, and maybe you're getting diabetes because of that. And I also have another tip for you guys in regards to, like, tip 5. Just take a pause, 5 minutes, not thinking so much about why you want to eat that, and maybe some substitution that could be helpful. When I'm having these cravings, I know that eating those low sugary calorie foods is not going to help me, because it's only giving me a bit of a taste of what I really want. So I usually just have something that is called a free meal. Free meal is what you usually understand as cheat meals, and cheat meals is a negative connotation in my opinion, because it actually means that you are doing something bad. So if you have been like very consistent with your diet Monday to, let's say, Saturday, and you're working out like 4 times a week, and you're doing the steps, 6,000 steps, and you're doing the cardio 20 minutes after working out, eventually you just feel that you are working so hard and you're motivated, and then you also throughout the day and the weeks you are having a low metabolism due to being in a calorie deficit. So introducing that free meal, like Saturday evening with your family, you're going out, you eat a meal, you don't count the calories. Of course, you be mindful about what you're eating, like not going on a binge, but it could be like 1,000 calories above your current calories you are eating, and that's going to help you not only curb your appetite, you are getting the foods that you really enjoy, and it also feels more rewarding because you've been putting in the work and you don't feel the urge to binge throughout the week. And not only going to help you curb the cravings, but you're also going to have a lot more energy because the amount of calories you're getting, mostly from carbs, is going to help you fill your glycogen stores. So not only will you increase your metabolism, you will also lose weight much faster through the next couple of days. You'll have a lot more energy to work harder even more. You will feel more rested because carbs is going to help you rest even more, and it's also going to help you just stay motivated. So these are some of the tips I've been thinking are going to be very helpful for you guys. If you're struggling with losing weight and you're at your heaviest weight you've ever been, you tried everything to lose the weight, but you're not losing weight despite working out and doing a lot of cardio, and you go for yo-yo diet to binge eating, and your health is at risk, and you really want to lose the weight so you can feel confident and have more health and have a muscular toned body, I would love to invite you to a Zoom call with me where we can chat, and I just want to learn more about how I can help you specifically. And I also have a free weight loss guide with 14 proven steps to help you lose the weight and keep it off as well. And I also made another video where I'm sharing a lot of helpful tips. I'll also share that in the description. But if you want to use this link to book a call with me, you can find it in the description, also in the comment section. And I'm just looking forward to talk with you, and I highly appreciate you for watching the video, and stay tuned and subscribe to the video if you find this valuable. Thank you.